What is the fate of my people, the African people? I observe and I see so many politicians in Africa. I listen to their words and I do not feel a fire of commitment. I do not feel that volcanic heat of a visionary, that dedication to nation building for the welfare of the people. I attend conferences, I attend events, I attend embassies and diplomatic functions, and I hear those who are supposed to represent Africa speak, and I am woefully disappointed. For in my understanding, someone who represents Africa, the people, should be a nation-building visionary. You are meant to feel the intensity of the commitments through their words. That's burning zeal to ensure the honor and welfare of the people. That refusal to kowtow to global pressures. That uprightness that no matter where they are, they'll always speak bold truths. Not rudely, but always directly, so that everyone knows clearly where they stand and that the African people are not to be exploited. So that other parties and countries feel that they're advocates for the African people, that they're guardians who work towards their welfare. I don't understand what the problem is. Why does every other race have people who care? A group of people who are unwilling to deviate. But the African people do not. They're so few. Why? I mean, if you look at the political landscape across Africa today, a desolate picture presents itself. A desolate picture. I'm hearing who's supposed to be running for office, who's supposed to be in office speak, and I have no understanding in my soul why this human being is even anywhere near government. What is your vision for your people, for goodness sake? How do you see the next 30 years? What is your plan and strategic action for institution building? For creating a level playing field where the best of society can rise, and where those who are not have the opportunity to build themselves fairly. You have men and women who are still stuck in the dark ages of tribalism and religion, who still use that as a tool of divisiveness, solely to elevate themselves for personal aggrandizement. You have people still thinking that way, and I cannot understand it. And then you have those who are just satisfied with power for the sake of power. But the idea of a racial honor, of instilling honor to the people does not cross their mind. The idea that you can go to conferences and people shake you, but in their mind and their hearts, they don't respect you as an African. They don't respect you. So that's intuitive perception of that disrespect does not awaken that necessary pride to say, I'm going to do all I need to build something for the honor of God and my people. And that for all that we've endured, we will not, as a last slight, be disrespected. So the way that you then battle is by building something indigenously unique that doesn't exist anywhere on earth yet, by establishing a system for self-sufficiency that allows your people to then bring something unique by way of innovation through their cultural heritage in a modernized, excellent form. By redesigning and redefining what it means to even be educated, by establishing a new education system, by establishing new government systems, by being productive and establishing institutions and industry. Every competence on earth that is needed in every sector to advance it and become a first world country, Africans have it. If you look at even just the Nigerian diaspora, they have people in the highest levels of every sector, of governments, of institutions worldwide. If someone who even has brains enter office and they say, let me just assemble the best of the diaspora in all sectors, bring them into a team and engage an aggressive nation, what will be the consequence, for goodness sake? So I struggle to understand why Africa is the way it is. I understand, the global internal pressures, but the issue for me is that among the African people, there are so few who are really burdened in their souls with this commitment to make the sacrifice, to struggle for something different, who are all in, who feel the necessity, who rise above tribalism, rise above religion, and who now just feel, now this is for the generational honor of my people. That even though the odds may be stacked against us, that no matter what, if my life is the seed that needs to be sowed for the future development of my people, then so be it. Then so be it. But to stand aside and to watch my people go to waste, and for them to fly overseas, and for Africa to be pillaged, for minds to be foreign dominated, for the people to languish in poverty. I mean, what is the point of even calling yourself human beings? What is the point? Look, the forbearance of the African people, of builders of the African future, is expiring. And this means that in future, those who are so comfortable will be rudely awakened. Africa cannot endure another generation of this low voltage personalities. We need people who are all in. Also those in the private sector, both domestically and internationally, of African descent. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. We need to wake up to take ownership, to make sure we establish something that we can be proud of. We lament that the previous generation just pillaged resources and didn't leave behind a country. That's worthy of respect. What about us? What about previous generations? What will they say to us? You knew something needed to be done, but you did not do it out of cowardice or out of convenience or out of a personal sense of comfort. I have my partner and we live a comfortable life. Who gives a damn about your comfortable life when millions of lives are at stake? Who gives a damn at this point? Yes, we all have our needs and our struggles, but the cause of the people, the cause of progress and development in Africa is so much greater than personal convenience. We must look beyond our convenience and put hearts to action. And so doing, we must look far above our religion, far above our tribes. But we have to look at the condition of the people. There are many in Africa today who simply don't have the strength to fight for themselves. They want a better life. And we who are so equipped and endowed, what are we doing? I mean, personally, I have so many gifts. I have so much education. I cannot imagine a situation where I'm just working in a Fortune 500 company, just getting wealth and enjoying myself. What type of an empty life is that? I'm traveling around, I'm taking pictures in all types of places, exotic beaches. That is personal humiliation. And what use is it to take pictures in fancy beaches when you can't even take a picture in the beach of your own country in pride through the development? What's the point then? Then what are we doing? What are we talking about? You see, we each just need to examine our hearts, and those who are serious need to band together. For Africa is in a critical state of emergency. The guardians of Africa, and by guardians I mean those who are meant to safeguard the destiny of Africa, really needs to stand up and take control. Because things are in a terrible state. Things are bad. From what I've observed, speaking to dignitaries and ambassadors of Africa, things are really bad. But it can quickly change because the resourcefulness and the adaptability of the African people are second to none. But it will take commitment and it will take sacrifice. It will take the understanding that, listen, to struggle for this future, it means you must be willing. You must be able to set yourself and your life down. Not that you enter wanting to be a martyr, no, but that you understand that there's just no way out. You cannot embark on a course hoping to personally see and bear the full fruits of it yourself. It's just not possible if you really want to achieve results. You have to be comfortable. We have to be comfortable with the fact that you may struggle for something and someone else in previous generations might bear the fruits and it might never be you. But that is okay because the reward will still be given. We'll still receive our reward. My point is that we set out wanting to do good, wanting to build. We have to be ready to go all in. There's just too much. There's too much work that needs to be done. And you need real people who are helpers, who understand the objective, and who want to build a bright future and present for the African people, who want to defend their honor, their self-respect, and who wants to institution build, who want to see the African people rise, to inspire the full expression of their creative capacities, to establish new institutions and a new society, a modern marvel that the world will see. And look at these people who have risen. Look at what they have built through the activity of their own spirit. This is what I wish for my people. This is what I want to build towards. This is the future I see that is worthy of the African. And so I'm prepared to work for it. So on this path, may God grant us power for this work, for the bright African future. May God grant it.